Welcome back to another episode of the Next Is Now podcast. This is Max Feldman. Today, got another prospect film room coming your way, this time with top 10 2025 prospect Jalen Haralson. He and his Indy Heat group are headed down to Peach Jam in just a few weeks. So we're going to jump into the film room here, take a look at his spring in the EYBL, some areas he shined in, some areas for development, and a whole lot more. Should be another good one. Let's jump right in. Jalen, appreciate you taking some time here between USA Basketball, prepping for Peach Jam. I know there's a ton going on right now, so thank you for taking some time. Before we dive into some film, talk some more about your development, wanted to zoom out a little bit. So for people who may not know you too well, tell me your basketball story. Where are you from? When did you start playing? And what's kind of been your path to getting where you're at now?
I was born in Anderson, Indiana. I've been here, I lived there my whole life. And then my freshman year of high school, I transferred to Fishers High School. I'm in Fishers, Indiana. And I was there for 2 years. And then from Fishers, I went to Loudoun, and that's the school I'm attending now. So kind of the last couple of years and kind of been trying to figure it out with transfer and things like that. But I feel like it's all starting to pay off. I'm starting to play some of my best basketball as of late.
No doubt. Yeah, so now more so on the floor, like you're talking about. For people who haven't seen you play as much, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a big guard that can create for his teammates. I'm at best when I get downhill and make decisions, getting downhill. But obviously, I've shown capabilities of, my shooting, and getting to my mid range, especially my mid range as of late. I feel like I worked on that a lot. Kind of in the off season, when there has been, it's kind of like not really an off season at this point, but when I get in the gym, that's been what I've been working on, because I feel like that's really effective for me when I get down the hill to my mid range, but really just opening up all parts of my game. But I feel like I'm a physical guard that can play. That's a 3D. Like I can hit the three ball. I can guard the best defender, rebound at a really high level. So really just, I feel like I'm an all-around player, but still working on being a complete player.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of those things that you're talking about, we'll get into, and there are a lot of guys. Let's say most good players are going to describe themselves as versatile, but I would say among the more truly versatile guys in the country, I would definitely put you in that category, given how many just different things you do. So the film we're going to dive into is just EYBL stuff from last few months with Indy Heat. You've got some new pieces on your team, but for the most part, you got some familiar pieces as well, some guys you've played with in the past. Still, even with that, you put up over 21 points per game. Guys qualify for Peach Jam. What has the spring and summer been like with that group?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the first session. Man, we came a long way, the group. Obviously, we didn't know the guys we had in the past couple of years. We had guys that been with us the first session, that wasn't with us the next session, so we wasn't sure. But this group stayed together. We had one guy leave, but looking back in the last couple of years, that's really good compared to what we had. Like, we had multiple guys leave. It was hard trying to figure that out, but yeah, I mean, we're doing really well right now. We play really well as of late. I'm playing really well as of late, but this group is a group that I feel like that can go really deep. We don't have a lot of buzz to our name, like, as of late, kind of a little bit, but I feel like that's what makes us good. We're kind of like the underdogs of the EYBL, and we just we're hungry for wins. And we've been doing that. We beat pretty good teams, Team Why Not, Vegas Elite, teams like that. We beat a couple of teams, the Kansas City team, Mello. So really just, trying to carry it over to Peach Jam. We're blessed to, be part of that group that, be able to compete for Peach Jam championship.
No doubt. Absolutely. So diving into some of this film here, a few of those games that you mentioned will definitely be jumping into. But before we get into some of the details here, some strengths, some weaknesses, all of that, some areas you've grown in, wanted to start here with my favorite plays. Just going through your film, probably some highlights that you might remember, some that are probably a little bit more minor. But I don't know if you remember this play right off the jump, but if you do, And once you see it, what were you thinking on this play? What do you remember?
Yeah. So, New York Reds, we knew that either when the ball screens, they was trying to ice it. So really it's just getting downhill off the ice and making a decision. I didn't know that they were gonna step up that late. I thought it was gonna have a kick pass to the corner, but he kind of stayed a little bit late and came over a little bit too late. So, I had to take advantage of the opportunity.
No doubt. Absolutely. And we'll talk about it a ton throughout, but I think one of the biggest appeals to your game as a whole is just your feel for the game at your size. This is probably a super simple play to you, but get downhill, counter to get downhill, make the easy pass. This has been kind of a mainstay for you. How do you think this just helps elevate the guys around you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like one of my best attributes is getting downhill and making plays. So, kind of, I kind of wanted the guys around me that could shoot the ball. I feel like that elevates my game. It kind of helps them out too, where they don't have to do as much. Like Jack Smiley in the corner in high school, he's having to do a lot, like handle the ball. But I told him around me, like, all you gotta do is be able to hit a shot. Like, I'm gonna make the game easier for you. So just preaching out to the guys, like, you don't have to do as much. Just stay in the gym, work on the catch and shoot, open shots. We're gonna be a really good team.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good example too. Like, I think in the best way possible, you are one of the best players whose game doesn't necessarily translate to mixtapes and highlights, everything, but you make the right basketball play at a crazy clip.
For sure, yeah. And I understand that too. Like, I kind of had the conversation with my trainer. Like, I know, like, I'm not going to have all the mixtapes and stuff like that, but my goal is to make $100 million instead of a lot of high school mixtapes that really don't mean anything. So, really just keeping the main thing. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because that's a conversation that me and my trainer has had, where kind of understanding my game, where it's not the flashiness, but I'm effective and I win. So
absolutely. Sometimes it's just like a play like this too. It's just a simplicity.
Yeah.
Nothing flashy. It's just a hard drive. You see the guy rotate, you're going to make an easy play. And I think too, like, your teammates probably know better than anyone, but it's probably very fun playing with you compared to a lot of the other top guys, because it's like you're trying to win the game more than anything else. And that shines.
Yeah, hey, I'm not worrying about mixtapes. I know all that comes. I'm gonna have a couple mixtape plays, just playing basketball a lot, but I'm not chasing any of them. I'm chasing wins. So
and it showed in that first pass to Jack Smiley. This is another goal. But something I've noticed too, just as you've grown as a ball handler, is how like accurate and just the velocity you pass the ball with. Has this been something that you worked on, or just this kind of come with reps over time?
Yeah, both a little bit. It's coming along and something where just being more comfortable with the ball in my hands. I feel like I've always been a pretty good passer. My personality has been I was pretty like really unselfish. Like, I care about other people. So I feel like all that translates to basketball, where I kind of want to see people win around me instead of just being me winning. And I enjoy that. Like, I would rather have a player like Kingston Land in the corner than me getting downhill and trying to lay it up over 3 people. Like, I trust my teammates. And I think that comes with a lot of film, like knowing where guys at, knowing guys' strengths. Like, I know Case can hit that shot, and I'm glad he sprinted out to the corner that fast and trusted me.
I was just gonna say too, obviously a great pass here, but playing around other guys who know how to move off the ball like that kind of just unlocks so much more for you.
And they know if they're that wide open, I'm gonna hit them. Most of the time, at the same time, it's like I'm gonna miss them. But for the most part, I hit guys that are open.
Next one here is a little bit of that mid-range game. I honestly didn't know that you were going to bring up how much you've been working on this, but just your physicality, your ability to create space here, you definitely got fouled as well. You let the ref know about it. But what's going into the work, dude?
Just like you said, using my body, learning how to play in space, learning how to create space, just repping up my mid-range game. Like, I've been repping that out. I think like a thing that I don't know it's gonna be brought on film, because it's not really something you bring on film, but we really draw fouls. I feel like that's.
No, we'll go through it. That's one of my favorite parts of your game, definitely. the
Okay.
amount of fouls you draw, everything like that. That's
Yeah.
a big piece.
Yeah.
Of
it's just,
it.
yeah, like manipulating the refs like in a good way. Like I'm not trying to do it a
Yep.
terrible way, but just like kind of like making them like think a little bit. Where all that's a skill in my opinion. So like I said, I didn't get the foul here, but I'm gonna get that foul so most of the time. Where
100%. Yeah.
yeah, so really just trying to understand the basketball game and just make the game easier for myself.
Yep. Another good example of that comes in a different way, but instead of applying pressure to referees, stuff like that, applying pressure on defense is just relentlessly.
Yes.
This is a pretty simple play, but like your
Yeah.
transition stuff, we're going to get into a whole lot more, is pretty high level, but just a hard drive, just
Yeah.
finish over the top of guys using your size.
Yes. That's something I've been effective at really my whole career. Yeah. I think a lot of people know that. So just trying to keep that my body, like that's body too.
Yep.
In contact, like guys don't bump me off my space because I'm so strong, 6'7", 210. So where I really don't get bumped off, not at this level. So
Yep.
trying to keep all that sharp. I feel like this is mostly just body, and how my body's built.
Getting into a bunch of the drives here, this is kind of where I'm starting to get in, just like one of the cornerstones of your game. Found this nugget of the top scorers in the EYBL this spring. Only one guy gets more attempts around the rim than you, and that's 6'10" Camp Boozer. Clearly, there's been a ton of heightened aggression for you, as I know, dealing with some injuries as well. But what's kind of gone into that aggression for you?
Really, like I said, the first session, I really wasn't that aggressive. Kind of wanted to just fill the game out, but like was losing when I was doing that. So kind of like this session right here in Atlanta, I kind of knew I had to step it up. Like I said, compared to the last two sessions, this session wasn't even that great. But just like I said, to be honest, I've been a Beach Invitational for the last 2 years, and I wasn't doing that again. So whatever it had to take to do that, to get it done, whether it's gonna be ultra aggressive, I feel like everybody happy at Red Peace Champ, so everybody's happy.
No doubt, absolutely, yeah. The last two are good examples of just you applying pressure to get downhill. Doesn't result in a bucket, but results in a foul. And you get to the line at a really, really high clip, able to kind of control the tempo of the game by doing so as well.
Yes. I think in this play, let me see. Yeah, just using my spin move too. I feel like looking back, I had Jack Smiley in the corner, but that said, I'm gonna miss them a couple times when I'm downhill, but most of the time, I'm gonna see him.
Yeah. On these ones too, in what ways has your, obviously being aggressive to get downhill is a big part of this, but how has your pace kind of grown? Because if you sprint to get downhill, if you're all the way in full sprint mode, this is a charge for sure. So
for sure,
what ways have you grown with that?
Yeah, that was a good example right there. Just being under control. Like I think one of my favorite players, Shai Alexander. So he plays a great pace. And Luka too. Like in my opinion, everybody say that they play the game slow, but I feel like they play the game at their pace. Like it's no such thing as fast and slow. If you master your pace, then everybody's gonna cater to you. So I feel like that's something I'm still trying to master, but something I feel like I'm effective and good at right now. So just making teams play at my pace. I feel like teams play at my pace, I'm gonna win the game every single time because I feel like I'm the best at my pace. Nobody in the country can play at my pace.
Yeah, both good examples of guys who just like, you don't need to play fast. You don't need to be exposed.
But I mean, they understand basketball at a high level, especially Luka. Like he knows how to use his body. He knows how to use his teammates. And those guys, that's why they're getting paid so much money.
No doubt. The spin move, you brought it up. Has this always been a part of just your game, your go-to?
Yeah. Spin move. That's something I kind of I give just props to my coach at Fisher's, Coach Weiniger, where he kind of forced me to play off of 2 feet. I think it's a good example right there. He's very fundamental coach. Like I said, that helped me a lot. That's something I still use to this day. He kind of introduced that to me, where as an 8th grader, I was just playing at my own pace, and Obviously, that was off 1 foot, though, 1 leg passes.
Still, though, most guys aren't able to play off 2 feet off a move like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I give props to him for introducing me to that. But I obviously at Loud Mirror, it's the same thing. I like if I went there, they were telling me the same thing. So I play all the high level coaches, Coach Weininger, Pat Holmes, all like they're teaching me these things, and I appreciate them for that because it's helping me, dominate at this level.
No doubt, absolutely. Probably go through a few more here before we get into more of the free throw stuff. But just again here, your decisiveness, ability to get downhill, like just a straight line drive, you're just beating him with your aggression, your physicality.
Yeah.
Has it been like playing against, obviously this is a play with Jeremiah Fierce here too, starting to apply pressure to the defense. What's it been like playing alongside a guy like that?
Yeah. He's, like I said it before, but I feel like he's one of the best guards in the country. Not the best guard as far as, your point guard. Like, so he's, like I said, he just won a gold medal. Excuse me. And, he wins. AZ Compass, he won. They made Chipotle. He's a leader. Like, me and him push each other. Like, we push each other. If he's slacking, I'm going to tell him, like, he's slacking. If I'm slacking, he's going to tell me, with no doubt about it. Like, we got into it a lot of times. We're both competitive, though. And that's like, me and him had that conversation, like, we're not gonna play a pit. So, like, whatever we got to do, we got to do it. I feel like we made that adjustment. Obviously, we didn't have Jeremiah in the last session. We were going to win the USA, but, kind of things like that, motivates me. Again, like, like, I got to show up. And he knows that if he's not showing up, I'm going to get on him. And he knows, I know if I'm not showing up, that he's going to get on me. So, just kind of that mutual respect where, we respect each other. We know we bring to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been good to see your games obviously complement each other pretty well too, just with the way you guys can play off each other and apply pressure on the defense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely seen that kind of come together even in the film throughout the first 3 sessions, just how you guys have learned to play off one another.
For sure. Yeah, that's a good point.
Getting into this second group of kind of clips here, one of the other data pieces that I found was only 3 guys in the EYBL have attempted as many free throws per shot as you have. To be exact, you're taking 9.7 free throw attempts per game, knocking down 71% of them. It feels like tough drives and just drawing fouls has been a big piece of the puzzle for you. But how have you grown in that area in terms of just like staying aggressive, and just being content with drawing a foul?
Yeah. Like you said, like I shoot 9 free throws a game. So really just like, all that plays a factor, like manipulating the refs, like this play, let me see in this play. Yeah, like the guy
right here.
Yeah. The guy has his hands on me, like I'm not gonna fight him. Like I'm just gonna go up until I'm on my shot and it affects it. As raw, like we're raw, like the refs should call it, like it affects my shot. And I feel like, with my physicality, like guys really can't guard me 1-on-1. So they have to foul me. That kind of last year, like I was kind of getting hacked, but I was just taking it. But really just, making the game easy for myself more. If a guy touches me, it should be a foul where I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to get fouled, get the free throw line. And that's something, it's a skill where I had to master on watch film where you see where guys is touching me and where guys touching me on my drive. And really, if they're touching me right there, like I'm making no drift, like he's touching me. And I talk to reps too, just having a conversation, building relationships, like all that plays a factor where,
for sure,
different teams, I scout teams, like I do scout on my own sometimes where I feel like if the team fouls, like if they're playing another good player, kind of similar to me, to see where they kind of touch them at, things like that. I'm gonna make a note to the ref, like this guy's gonna touch me on my left side on the drive. Just watch it, and then like that. For example, like number 2, he was a really good. I can't really see the number, but he's really aggressive defender.
He's looking to get steals, get blocks for sure.
Get steals, get blocks. So just making the game easier, pump fake him, get to the free throw line. It's not making it hard for myself.
Absolutely, it's just simplifying the game in the best way.
Yeah, simplifying it. Like I said, obviously I know I got to hit more free throws, but I mean, just getting to the line. That's one of was one of the objectives. So making the free throws, another. I feel like I did that. Really had a really high clip the last 2 sessions, but really just getting the bill on it. For P-Sham, been in the gym making hundreds of free throws, knowing I'm gonna shoot a lot of free throws. So,
Yeah. I was also going to say, just in terms of how much you're getting downhill, we're talking about like a lot of the areas you're operating in, stuff like that, like moves to get downhill. But more than anything, it feels like it's just like motor after this.
yeah.
So has motor always been natural to you? Have you ever like had moments where you're like, oh, I got to play harder, or is it always just come for you?
Yeah. I'd probably say no. I feel like I always play pretty hard, but I feel like the thing is like playing hard with a purpose.
Mm.
Like not just playing hard because then that's when you get dumb fouls. You get tired fast. But I feel like I play hard. I'm now playing hard with a purpose. Like I said, at a point where I feel like I could have played harder. Where I've seen them on film, like I thought I was playing hard, but on film, like I knew I could have done a little bit more. So really just learning that, playing hard with a purpose, not doing stupid things while playing hard. Because I know that's a lot of guys when they play hard, they kind of get laxative, get lazy, and do stupid things like draw fouls or stay back when they shooting jump shots or yeah, just being lazy. So it's really just trying to cut that out. I think that's been a main part.
Definitely. Another piece I follow is that in terms of guys doing it at your volume, guys who have played as many games as you have, no one's really been more dynamic in transition than you and EYBL so far. So whether it's a mindset thing, whether it's the personnel you're playing with, what's kind of gone into that to unlock your transition game?
Yeah. Really rebounding. Like simple rebounding. By rebound, I can get in transition. So I feel like I've been rebounding the ball at a high clip lately. Yeah, just getting steals too, like this right here, getting steal, getting the passing lanes, getting dunks, getting my team energized. I feel like all that plays a factor. Like, they're like right here, and Jack Smiley come up, it dapped me up, and that kind of got him going for the rest of. I feel like that kind of got him going for the rest of the weekend and things like that. Like I feel like all that plays a factor. So I feel like just getting in transition is not for myself; it's for my teammates.
Yeah.
So getting them open looks and things like that. Like right here, getting him an open look.
Yeah, good simple play, but it makes the play so much easier.
I had 2 options: had Brady in the corner or So it's getting downhill. You can get those disadvantages for the defense. It's making the game easier. Yeah, really understanding that. Like Trey in the corner, not finding. If I knew, like I want to get down here on number 6.
Yeah,
not fighting him where I still could have got down here and scored. I could probably still would have scored, but getting Trey a look in a corner where he gets himself going and things like that. So just making
Speaking to like just the idea of like just elevating the guys around you, I think it's gonna make I think guys are just gonna every level you're at, whether it's college playing USA basketball, whether it's with La Lumiere, NBA eventually, whatever it might be, guys are just gonna enjoy playing around you when you make simple plays like that.
Yeah, simple plays like a lot of guys in the top or where I've been in the top with a one-on-one where guy that like he was a good player, no disrespect to him, but I'm bigger. I'm bigger than him, and I'm like at the advantage where I could have still got downhill, but just making the game easier for myself. Yeah, and I should have done that.
Yeah, this is a great one. It's kind of a messy play, kind of a scramble situation, but trying to dunk that almost had one of your better highlights for sure. Right?
For sure. But yeah, just you're sprinting forward, getting it back. Just still like that kind of got us going to almost being lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually beat me to my spot there, but also leading your Indie Heat group in rebounds per game, got about 5 per game. So once you grab off the glass, what's kind of your first read? What's your look right there?
Yeah, just get it up the floor. Like, I know I was gonna get it back. So just get up the floor and make the defense shift. That's the main thing. And sprint the floor, sprinting hard, playing hard. Like that's the main thing. Where a lot of guys they're like lazy. I should have done that too, man. Mad as straight looking.
This goes to a good point with Jeremiah too. Like he's always just kind of thrived in transition too. So
yeah. We both tried. I feel like we both like the two best transition players in the country.
Yeah.
Where we play together, so we're gonna be a really good transition team. And knowing that we've been really good as of late in transition, but just understanding like that. Like
this was one of my favorite ones too, where it was kind of just a messy play.
yeah,
I forgot what happened on the other end. I think 𝘁unde Yusufa might have been on the ground after a layup or something like that.
just beating him up the floor and get a dunk. Like that kind of got us going. It was a tie game. And after that, yeah, like playing defense.
I was gonna say we're not gonna get too much into the defensive stuff just because the film can be boring watching defensive stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you think your growth on that end has been like so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty well. Really as of late. Just understanding like number 24, he was getting hot. From Boo Williams. And he was throwing that pitch back up the ball screen. So I knew how to do that. Like I didn't know I was gonna get a steal. I didn't know he was gonna throw it, but I kind of wanted to blow it up. And obviously I was in the right place at the right time where I got a steal. And yeah, just really understanding players' strength, and understanding schemes and stuff like that. I feel like all that helps where knowing what teams are going to do.
Yeah. It shows a bunch of clips here too of it, but I think one of the things, what's really unlocked your transition game too, is just like naturally when you're playing in transition, the opposing defense is going to have someone guarding you, picking you up that they don't want. And I think just like at your size, your physicality, your athleticism just poses a ton of mismatch problems too. So has that been a part of it as well?
Yeah. It's still like you said, like that they don't want. Like even if they want him on me, still like me getting downhill, like I'll take me over anyone with my strength. The way I pass the ball, like I know teams worry about that. But like I said, like transition, like it's the greatest mismatch. Like if somebody has to guard you, if anybody's gonna guard you. So yeah, just getting downhill, making plays, like me being aggressive, just opens up a lot of things in general.
Yeah. Going into some more ball screen stuff. You're top 10 in ball screen points per possession in UIBL, and it was a big part of your role as well at 𝘼aximizing last year when you were healthy. Last summer, I feel like I saw flashes of it, like you kind of turned in corner on ball screen stuff, but kind of doubled down on it over the last year. What's been the learning curve? Where do you think you've improved, and where do you think you can keep improving in ball screen stuff?
Yeah, I'll say kind of like shooting the mid range off of it. I feel like that's the main thing. Creating mismatches. Like they have to switch. If they switch, then we're gonna hunt. Like we call it, like where's Waldo? And we kind of got Waldo in a couple actions where they have to do something, like kind of like this. Like they didn't know what to do. I got an N1 off of it, where I kind of stun it a little bit. Got the defender off on his heels, where if I was gonna pass it to Keyshawn. So just keeping it simple, but obviously trying to understand like ball screens, like kind of here. Like I didn't want a ball screen.
Yeah.
Because I had Jalen Toombs on me. Jalen Toombs is a great player. But I knew ball faster than him.
Yeah.
So we're like I know he's scared of me driving. So just raising up and pulling, making the game easier. I think on this next play they actually did switch it, but they switched it high. Where
I was just asked too, out of any ball screen coverage, what coverage do you think you're most comfortable attacking against?
Yeah, drop, where a lot of teams don't drop me because I feel like every time I drop, I make a great decision. So teams like to switch me or hard hedge and get back.
Yep.
This is a great play right here by me, where Lauren he's trailing me, so I don't want to fight it.
This was an example I pulled up. Next one here. If you have this one back, if you were to do it over, take me through your reads here. Like what kind of would you have done differently? You wind up with the look, but what would you have done differently? If I didn't slow it here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably see Brady Brady on the backside, I probably would have hit him on that backside with him shaking up because his man went and tagged on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of doubled on me. Where if I passed the key shot number 33, it would have been a lot of space. So Brady is wide open and backside, but obviously, you don't see those stuff.
Yeah.
Where,
similar one here. I think this is the same game.
Yeah.
What would you have done differently here?
Yeah. Same thing, Trey. His man kind of went to, and actually I didn't even know. His man went with me. I kind of felt like it was going on one until I turned and shot it. As you can tell, I kind of knew like, dang, I missed him.
Yeah.
And I told him like, I got you next time.
Yeah. You guys have started. I feel like you guys started to run sets like this a little bit more, just to kind of run you into a mismatch. Yeah, definitely getting to your mid range. Now that you say it, you can definitely see you starting to get to your mid range a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Seems like you're getting more comfortable with that part.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, for sure. And this setting them up using my body, my eyes, and just communicating like, come here, Trey. Come here, Trey. I said that. I kind of got him shifted. I know if he's on my hip, he's not strong enough to get back in front.
Yeah. Definitely. A lot of these ones, these follow draw and finish at the rim, are coming against guys who might be like 6'7", 6'8", like might have the same length, but just aren't strong enough right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so just understand all that.
Yeah. One of the last pieces I wanted to get into was shooting. I know it's been a big focus for you, so I would say just when you're shooting the ball in a high clip, what are some things, whether it's mechanically, whether it's just a mindset thing, what are some things that you're doing well?
Yeah, the confidence, know I put in reps, trusting my work, things like that, call for the ball when I'm open, stand on my shot, like things like that. This is important, but just when I miss one, I tend to not shoot anymore. Like knowing I'm a good shooter and like, how like good shooter's gonna miss, but keep trusting my work. I know I put in a lot of work on my jump shot, and I'm one of the hardest workers in the country as far as much I work. But just trusting that work has been important for me.
I know every guy's kind of different with it, but most of your shots with Indy Heat have come off the dribble. You think you're more comfortable right now shooting off the dribble or off the catch?
At this point, probably off the catch, but I feel like I can do both. Off the dribble is a little tougher than off the catch, where you gotta do a lot more work. You're tired when you shoot it because you have great space to get open. I feel like I can do both, but just trying to learn how to shoot off the dribble has been important for me. But yeah, like those are shots that I should hit, but no, I haven't been hitting. That goes in and out right there. But
you
just
that one shot.
Yeah, stand in my shot. I feel like I should have did that a little bit more, but just looking back at it.
One area I wanted to talk about, and you did a little bit of it from the nail before. You haven't had too many possessions with it this spring, but has playing out of the post been something that you've tapped into a little bit more, started working on, or talking about with coaches? Just because your size, ability to get to the line, I feel like it's something that down the line, even as you tighten your skill set, your handle, all of that stuff could be an area that could be a problem for opposing defenses with you.
Yeah, like I said, this is something called a Barkley, where there's no one that's drawing a foul. Like if we have a mismatch, then I'm just gonna go in a post. Obviously, I don't score everyone. I'm still trying to master. That's a game. That's a part of my game where I'm trying to master, but just creating space.
They're not even like direct post ups by any means, but you kind of get into it sometimes off your spin move, and it generates a ton of free throws. I feel like easy mid range fades like that.
I shoot that. I iterated and work on that a lot the first session, but I gotta jump up for that and work on it.
And I think too, like your ability to pass out of the post, your ability to see for, like as you get more like polished scoring out of those areas, I feel like it's gonna unlock a lot for you as a passer.
We do a little post up action where I throw the ball to them, I just stay right there I usually draw a foul. But I hit that right there. I don't know how I hit that. Yeah.
You're talking about it stuff like this.
Yeah. Stuff like that where, um, yeah, I run straight to the nail and I post up. I'm sure enough to change that up because I think that will film now. But yeah, but it's just stuff like that. It's making the game easier. Understanding matchups, and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Last one I kind of want to go through really quickly. The team why not matchup. You guys got the narrow dub, but the matchup with Tunde Isufu was an interesting one to me because, like, on paper, he's probably a guy that should match up with you well. Like, he's athletic, he's got similar size, he's strong, physical. What do you remember about this game? What kind of player is he?
Yeah, no, he's a great player. He's really strong. Like I said, I didn't know. Like I said, looking back at it, like they brought. You can go back to that. Like you can go back a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like Giovanni Ruff, he kind of still stunned a little bit. Where usually I would have got middle, and Tunde is strong. Where I didn't. I knew I couldn't go baseline, so I kind of was stuck at a disadvantage. Shot clock was running down. So shooting shots like that where I feel like against any other player, I would have did what I wanted.
Totally. Yeah.
Or a player like him where he's so strong where
yeah, like most guys on this play, either getting fouled or it's an easy look for you.
For sure. But yeah, I mean he's right there. Even though I knocked the back a little bit, I still should have hit that. But it's like that, him hitting that shot, or he missed it, but he hit that. But yeah, just him shooting shots like that.
You guys had a little battle.
Yeah.
It felt like you guys were both a little comfortable, like just dominating just physically against a lot of these guys in EYBL. So
yeah,
a little matchup to see you guys kind of battling there.
Yeah, for sure. Where he can't do whatever on me, and I know I couldn't do whatever on him. So
Totally.
Just understand that's why I play in EYBL. Get myself better, and I played that game, made me better. We won that game, so good matchup.
Before we get out of here, appreciate breaking down some film here. Wanted to finish on this one, obviously over the last few years, and you've kind of been there for a minute now, but you've asserted yourselves as one of the best prospects in the class. But as you know, as a guy who watches a ton of basketball, a big piece of moving up levels is learning how to play different roles and adjust and scale into different positions, and at times sacrificing usage and stuff like that. So what's your mindset just as you go into your senior year, get prepared for college, USA basketball, stuff like that's been good experience. What's your mindset there?
Yeah. Like you said, like it's not gonna be fun. Like it's not gonna be easy all the time. I understand that, but just sacrificing for myself, like I said, sacrificing family time to go be around mom and my dad, go to Loudoun and get better for myself. And just sacrificing roles where like Fishers, I had to do everything. Like I said, we still had a really good team, but I feel like I was kind of good at everything, and at that level, kind of shine in every level. But I feel like at the UISL, that's what they call it now. This last league, kind of stuff kind of gets thrown under the rug where it's not as it don't shine as much because everybody on my team, I think my team do too. So just sacrificing like that, and sacrificing the ball being in my hands where like I know like I have Jeremiah Fears with me where I don't have to do everything. And then places I've been in the past, I've had a Jeremiah Fears with me.
No doubt.
So just sacrificing that where I love that too, where
some slight technical difficulties there at the end with Jalen and I's connection, but thank you, Jalen, again for taking the time. And thank you very much for tuning in. Looking forward to getting into some more of these over the next few weeks.